Hey everyone, today we're going to dive into something really special from Timbuktu Academy. We're breaking down their Water Our Girls campaign, and it's just such a creative and honestly powerful way to see how support can help young women truly thrive. So the whole campaign is called Water Our Girls Wednesday, and it's built around this beautiful, simple idea, helping greatness grow. It's all about nurturing that potential by giving young women the tools and resources they really need to succeed. And that's always the big question, right? It's one thing to give money, but it's another thing entirely to know exactly where it's going, what it's doing. Well, that's what we're going to look at today, how Timbuktu Academy makes every single dollar count in a tangible way. They do this with something they call the Grow a Flower plan. And I gotta say, it's brilliant. They use the metaphor of nurturing a flower, from this tiny little seed all the way up to a full blossom to show the different levels of support and the exact impact of each one. It's such a clear way to see the journey. So let's start right at the beginning. Just like with any beautiful garden, it all starts with planting the seeds. This first level of giving, it's all about that foundational support that everything else is built on. And here we go. It all begins with the seed supporter. This is the spark, the absolute starting point that gets the whole learning process going. And it starts with just $50. So what does $50 get you? Well, it provides the most fundamental tools for learning. We're talking pens, pencils, notepads, journals. I mean, think about it. You can't learn, you can't write, you can't express your ideas without these basic things. This donation literally puts the tools for success right into a student's hands. And the metaphor just keeps getting better. Once that seed is in the ground, what does it need? It needs water to sprout. And that brings us to the next level of support, the water provider. This one's a contribution of $100. Okay, and this is all about removing some really critical barriers. $100 covers the enrollment fees for one student, which means they get access to the whole program. But it also provides essential hygiene and feminine care products. And this is so important because it addresses fundamental needs, allowing a student to show up with dignity and confidence and focus completely on her education without ever having to worry about missing a day. All right, so the seed is planted, it's been watered. Now we're getting into the next phase, nurturing that growth. These next levels of support are all about keeping that initial momentum going and helping her journey really start to flourish. Just like a growing plant needs the sun, a student needs nourishment and the warmth that comes from a real community. And this is exactly where the Sunlight Sustainer comes into play. We're talking $250 here. And this donation, it's about so much more than just food. It's really about fellowship. $250 provides a family-style meal for a whole group of 10 to 15 girls, plus an entire week of snacks and drinks. This is what builds community, what creates those bonds, and it makes sure that every student is nourished and ready to learn. Now, to help a plant become truly strong, really resilient, sometimes you need to add some specialized nutrients. And that brings us perfectly to the fertilizer champion. This is a $500 contribution. And this is where the support gets really personal, really holistic. $500 funds an enrichment activity, an alternative therapeutic session, and supplies for wellness and rest. This is a direct investment in a student's mental and emotional well-being. It gives her tools to build resilience, which, let's be honest, is absolutely critical for success in the long run. So we've planted the seed, we've watered it, we've nurtured it, and now we get to the final, most transformative stage, helping her blossom. This is the top tier of support, the one that really allows a student to reach her full, incredible potential. And here it is, the Blossom Benefactor. This is the contribution that helps not just one student, but the entire garden, making sure the whole program can really, truly flourish. To become a Blossom Benefactor, the contribution is $1,000. The impact here is huge. $1,000 helps sustain the entire program. We're talking helping with overhead, travel fees for unique experiences, gift card incentives to keep everyone motivated, and even transportation for a whole field trip. This is a systematic investment in the future of Timbuktu Academy. It's the whole shebang. So after seeing this whole journey, right, from a tiny seed to a full blossom, the obvious next question is, how can you help? Let's look at the clear, simple ways you can contribute. This table kind of lays it all out perfectly.
You can see every single step of the journey, from the $50 seed supporter giving school supplies, all the way up to the $1,000 blossom benefactor who ensures the whole program can keep going. And the amazing thing is, every single one of these levels is absolutely vital.
And here's the info you need if you want to get involved. You can check out their website at timbuktuacademy.org, shoot them an email, or even give them a call. It's all right there. So, the final thought I want to leave you with is this. When you look at this incredible journey, from seed to water to sunlight to fertilizer and finally to the blossom, which part of her growth will you choose to nurture?